It's National Condom Week. Yeah, there's a week for that. And so today we're going to be talking all about condoms. We're going to debunk some common myths, figure out how to pick the correct size of condom, and go through 3 different kinds of condoms that are available on the market that you probably didn't know about. I'm Dr. Rena Malik, urologist and pelvic surgeon, and if you're new here, I make content on urologic health, bladder health, sexual health, and so much more. So make sure you subscribe and share this channel with your friends. Condoms essentially are barriers that are used during sex to prevent bodily fluids from entering into the vagina, the mouth, or the rectum during any type of intercourse. There's several different types of condoms, including male condoms, female condoms, essentially condoms used on a penis and condoms used in a vagina. But specifically, we're going to be talking about condoms that are used on a penis. The reason for this is to prevent sexually transmitted diseases and unwanted pregnancies. Condoms come in different types, sizes, textures, flavorings, all sorts of stuff. But most commonly, you're going to find 3 types of condoms. You're going to find latex condoms, and for people who are allergic to latex or don't want to use latex, they have latex-free condoms made from different kinds of rubbers, such as polyurethane and polyisoprene, and lambskin condoms. Both the latex and other rubber types of condoms are great for preventing sexually transmitted diseases as well as pregnancy. However, lambskin condoms, even though they're called lambskin, are actually not made from the skin of lambs. They're actually made from the small intestine of lambs. People like to use them because they feel more like a skin, and some people claim that the sensation is better. They also transmit temperature a little better than the rubber or latex types. However, these do not prevent from sexually transmitted diseases. They only prevent from pregnancy. So these should be used with someone who you are in a monogamous relationship and you have both been tested for sexually transmitted diseases. Condoms can come pre-lubricated or with a spermicide for added protection or added comfort. And they can also have ribbing or dots on them for added texture, which can sometimes improve pleasure. Spoiler alert, sometimes these added ribbings don't actually add a lot of pleasure for the female partner, and sometimes they do. Also, for those that have spermicide in them, you do need to be careful as they can be very irritating to your partner, and so you do want to be thoughtful that the spermicide is not irritating, or if they're having recurrent urinary tract infections, that you stop using a spermicide. So the number one myth I hear about condoms is that they're really unreliable and they break all the time. Well, that's completely untrue. When used correctly, condoms are 98% effective at preventing pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases like HIV. They will only prevent sexually transmitted infections that are transmitted through bodily fluids. So there are some sexually transmitted infections like genital warts or herpes that are transmitted through skin-to-skin contact, and those you could still be at risk for. However, if you're not using a condom correctly, you increase the likelihood that it could break, and it reduces the efficacy of the condom to 92%. So if you've never used a condom before, basically it comes in often a packet like this. So first you want to check the expiration date and make sure the package is intact. There's no holes or anything else. Once you do that, you open your condom and you take it out of the package, okay? And it has this tip on the top. You want to leave a little space, and I have a banana, which is super cheesy. So you can see here the condom has a little top piece here, okay? And you're going to put it on the banana. You're going to hold and get all the air out, and then you simply roll it down, okay? And you make sure that it's a nice, snug fit. Once you're done having intercourse, you want to hold when you pull out so that none of the semen comes out, and then you can just unroll it, make sure it doesn't spill, and throw it in the trash. So everyone really learns how to put on a condom through sexual education class, and I'm sure you guys have seen many, many demonstrations. So I won't belabor the point here, but the biggest mistakes people make are they don't check the packaging to check if the condom is expired or if there's any holes or damage to the packaging, in which case the condom itself might not be effective. When you're done having intercourse, you want to make sure you hold the condom over the flaccid penis when you pull out so that no sperm or any other fluid leaks out. This leads us to another major myth, that condoms are really uncomfortable. While this shouldn't be true for many people, oftentimes it is because people are not using the right size condom or the right fit of condom for them. In fact, having a poor condom fit has been associated with decreased pleasure, having issues with erections during wearing a condom, and breakage of the condom itself. In fact, they did a study of 1,000 people who used condoms in the last 3 months, and 1 in 3 people reported some sort of discomfort or displeasure with using that condom. Over half felt that there was a decrease in sensation after using the condom. About 16% felt that there was a lack of natural feeling to the condom. Another 15% felt that the condom didn't fit right. 8% felt that there was a decrease in pleasure. And lastly, about 7% felt pain or discomfort. And this was predominantly by women who were experiencing discomfort or soreness during intercourse with the condom in place. So it's really important to take the time, try out different condoms, and find one that fits well, feels well, and is comfortable for both of you. This also leads me to myth number 2, that because the condom is lubricated, you don't need any other lubricants. Very often, condoms themselves can be uncomfortable, and so using lubrication on the shaft of your penis before putting the condom on and after can actually make the sensation very pleasurable for both you and your partner. I've made a whole video on lubricants, but you want to use either water-based or silicone-based lubricants with condoms. Do not use oil-based lubricants because those can cause breakage of the condom. And also be sure to know that if you're using a water or aloe-based lubricant, you may have to reapply. Those do tend to dry out, whereas the silicone-based lubricants tend to last a little bit of a longer time. Lastly, when using a condom, you can rest assured that there's very low risk of pregnancy or sexually transmitted infection, which can help you be more mindful during the act of intimacy. And this is really key. A lot of people have difficulty with performance or are unable to really enjoy intercourse with their partner because they're really stressed about something or concerned about something. So being mindful, being comfortable is very vital to having a very tremendously mind-blowing, great experience with your sexual partner. And this brings us to myth number 3. The biggest reason people don't enjoy condoms is because they think that size doesn't matter. Well, in this case, size does matter. If the condom's too small, it's more likely to break. If it's too large, it might fall off. Neither of those are ideal situations for preventing pregnancy or sexually transmitted infections. The usual size for the average condom is about a girth of 2 inches and a length of 7 inches. As many of you may already know from watching some of my videos, the average length of an erect penis is about a little over 5 inches. So this should fit the large majority of men. However, the difference in larger sizes is usually more often in the girth, as well as a small increase in length. If you're curious, you can either buy different sizes and try them on and see what fits well, or you can measure your own erect penis. You can do this by using a measuring tape and measuring from the base of the penis to the tip. That'll give you your length, and measuring around the widest part of the penis to get the girth. Another trick people often suggest is taking an empty toilet paper roll. Take that roll and put it over the erect penis. If it fits right, then probably a regular size condom is going to fit perfectly. If it's a little bit loose, then you want to go down a size. And if it's a little bit tight, you want to go up a size. All right, myth number 4 is 2 condoms has got to be better than 1. In fact, using 2 condoms makes it more likely that you're going to have breakage of the condoms, and then they're not going to work at all. So just use one, use it correctly, and find the right one for you. Myth number 5 is that my girlfriend or my partner is on the pill or has some sort of contraception on board, so we don't really need a condom. This is only true if you are in a monogamous relationship and are not concerned about getting sexually transmitted infections. However, if you are not and you are concerned about still getting or transmitting any sort of infection to your partner, then using a condom is the only way to protect outside of abstinence. However, sometimes taking contraception, particularly pills that you have to remember to take every day, can be risky. In case your partner forgets a pill, then that may put you at risk for getting pregnant as well. And the last myth is that condoms don't expire. In fact, yes, they do. They last for about 3 to 5 years, and they can get degraded over time due to being exposed to sunlight, heat, or just having wear or tear from being in your wallet or your pocket all the time. And so again, you want to make sure when you open those condoms, you check for the expiration date as well as checking for any holes or issues with the condom itself. All right, so let's review a couple condoms that I received over the last year from a variety of different companies. None of these companies paid me for any of this information, but I just wanted to share with you guys because there's so many condoms on the market, but very few of them actually get recognized outside of the big box labels. The first one we're going to talk about is PS condoms. These are 100% latex condoms. They are one of the thinnest condoms on the market, which is very nice. They're about 0.045 millimeters thick, and they're vegan. What does that even mean? What is a vegan condom? Well, the way they process condoms, typically they use a protein called casein, which is an animal product, during the processing. And this gives condoms that very distinct smell. So because they don't use casein, they don't get that smell. So two advantages is that they're very thin and they don't get that very rubbery smell. They come in two sizes, a large and an extra large. The large is the general size, about 2 inches in girth and 7 inches in length. And the extra large is for a larger girth, about 2.25 inches in girth. This is what they look like here. They are very thin and well lubricated. The next one is by Mode, and they also make a lubricant that I've talked about before on my video on lubricants. And these are also ultra thin lubricated condoms. What I love about these is their packaging. They come in a little bit of a different packaging than your standard little rip packet. And okay, so you open this top part like this. Boom. These come in one size. They're the 2-inch by 7-inch size. And they're also ultra thin, about slightly thicker than the PS condoms, but I really don't feel a difference when I actually feel the condom itself. The Mode condoms are also vegan, and so they don't have that kind of rubbery smell. The last ones are from Promescent. So Promescent has two kinds of condoms. They have your ultra thin and your ribbed condoms. So for viewing purposes, I'll show the ribbed condoms. And so this is the ribbed condoms here. And I don't know if you can see, but there's some ribbing on them right there. So these are kind of your standard condom. They're not vegan, but they're all well lubricated, and they have, again, the ultra thin and the ribbed options as well. Well, I'm gonna link all of those in the description below. If you're looking to buy some new types of condoms or try them out, check them out. And as always, I'm gonna take care of yourself because you're worth it.